I had a very interesting day. So first and foremost, when I was going out the door this morning, right before I left, I got this intuitive hit that I should bring my phone charger. And I was leaving early and I was like, you know what, maybe if I don't have to clock in early, then like I'll have an hour to kill and maybe I'll need it. And that didn't end up happening. But it just so happened that one of the personal trainers today was like, oh my God, do you please have a charger? Please have a charger. And I did. And it just so happened to be like the right jack type. And she's like, oh my God, thank you. And I'm like, what are the odds that the day, and we just had this discovery conversation. She was the witch I was telling you about that basically was talking to the other personal trainer about love spells. So she's a witch, she's spiritual, she has a good head on her shoulders, she's awakened, and she has finally recognized in me that I'm the same. So we had a little bit of a deeper conversation about that the other day, and then I just got this intuitive hit that I needed to bring my charger today. And she's like, oh my God, thank you. And I'm just like, this is synchronistic, because I've never brought my charger to work before. So that was sign number one. Then, unrelated to that, that was just like a fun little coincidence. Not that there's coincidences. But I was going through dating profiles yesterday, and somebody said, I'm looking for somebody that feels like home. And my first thought when I saw that was, there isn't anyone that feels like home for me. And it's why I didn't match with him. I didn't match with him because I couldn't be that for him. I can't be home for someone else. Maybe I can. I don't know. But anyway, then I saw one of Ray's readings this morning, Developmental Mind. And he was talking about how after this life you get to go home. And every other time I've seen a reading where they're like, this is your last incarnation, this is the last one, then you're done, I always make a video being like, you're never done. There's so much in the world to explore. And not just the world, but the universe, the dimensions. There's so many realities and places and races and spaces. You're never done. You are seeking fulfillment and enlightenment and enjoyment and pleasure and love and connection and mystery. All of it. And just because you feel tired this life doesn't mean that you're done. It doesn't mean that you want to be done on a soul level. You can feel that way now. But that's because this world needs to crumble so it can become something new. That's the mission. Two of Cups, Twin Flame card. That is your divine mission, to crumble the world so it can become new. Leave the old systems in the past. You chose to come here for this tumultuous mission, and that's what he said in the reading this morning. But he said that you get to go home afterwards. And my first thought when I heard that was, I'm getting chills right now. I never thought about it like that. Because what have I been searching for since day one of this journey? I've been looking for home. At first, it was the twin flame because he's the only person that has felt like home to me. And I'm afraid that he's the only person that will ever feel like home. Even if I find something else, even if I find something amazing, I'm kind of scared that he's the only one that will ever feel like home to me. Queen of Wands energy. Fear of not feeling that again. Working through it. So I got this message about home from a dating profile, and then we've got Ray's reading. And then on my way home today, Home, the song that I shared, our song, with the twin flame. It was our song. There's only 2 songs that I really just dedicate to him and no one else. Maybe 3. Home by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros was our song. And there were several others that I gave him. Transcendence by Lindsey Sterling was one of them. He sent me Cherry Plum by the Astronauts. You'll never be alone. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. I sent him that song. Nine of Wands and a Knight of Cups. Wow. That's crazy. The High Priestess. And the Four of Wands. That's actually crazy. And it's strange that his energy's popping up now. With no necklace, I can feel him whenever. But at this point, it's almost like we're only connecting energetically if our focus is there for both of us. And I was thinking about him because Home came on. Anyway, back to the original part of the message. I never thought about the fact that in all those realities and all those galaxies, spaces and places and dimensions, realities, that one of them was home. And clearly him and I are both from there. We're from each other. Two halves of a whole. Whole within ourselves and then whole within each other in a macrocosm and a microcosm. Infinitely expanding in a flower of life pattern. But I've also been looking for Soul Tribe. I've been looking for other people, other social groups, other places that feel like home. And in my darkest places on this journey, portal energy with the butterfly. Sometimes I'd be crying or close to it and saying, like, I just want to go home. And I got confirmation. I got an Ace of Swords confirmation after I watched that reading and then put up my own little 1-minute message that ended with going home, being able to. I got an Ace of Swords confirmation that we would be able to go home still. And whether that's a place, whether that's a social group, or whether that's the twin flame, in whatever form it takes, we still get to go home. We still get to feel that again in this life. Chills for confirmation. Hold on. You will get there. You've had to go through a lot of turmoil and tribulation and fear and mystery and being blindfolded and not knowing what's going on. But that was the winter. I'm getting that line from Cherry Plum, which is hard for me to listen to because it was the last song that he sent me before he blocked me. My cherry plum, never thought I'd taste such love from your tree. It was a long winter, but we're flowering again in the spring. The song was about unexpected love. And hope for the future. The singer is talking about how the object of this love danced for rain and the sky opened up over me. Maybe I did. Something about this Four of Pentacles is important right now. And I don't know why. We're going back on this twin flame energy right now, but that's where Spirit wants us. Nostalgia about the past. There's always a lesson in it. Love. We haven't really talked about the twin flame since we came to the conclusion that the energetic projections of another person were interfering with our perception of him, and that he wasn't responsible for the negative energy that we went through, the spiritual attacks, the siphoning. It wasn't his fault. Empress. Everything that we've been through has led us to this Empress energy. Time and again.